I swore I'd never date a man with children. Then one rainy Tuesday, a little girl with mismatched socks and butterfly clips in her hair looked up at me and said, "My dad thinks you're pretty when you smile." And just like that, my carefully constructed walls began to crumble. If you're enjoying this story so far, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more heartfelt stories that remind us how love finds us in the most unexpected ways. Eliza Morgan had her life perfectly mapped out. At 32, she was finally where she wanted to be, senior editor at Horizon Publishing, owner of a small but charming apartment in the city, and gloriously, intentionally single. After watching her mother's life revolve around raising her and her siblings while her father built his career, Eliza had made a promise to herself: her life would be different. Her dreams wouldn't take a backseat to anyone else's. That Tuesday morning began like any other. Eliza hurried through the pouring rain into her favorite coffee shop, the Daily Grind, annoyed that she'd forgotten her umbrella despite the weather forecast. Her chocolate brown hair, usually styled to perfection, hung in damp strands around her face as she joined the line, mentally reviewing her day's schedule. "Daddy, can I get the strawberry cake pop? Please. I got an A on my spelling test." The voice was small but determined, coming from somewhere near Eliza's elbow. She glanced down to see a little girl, maybe 6 years old, with wild curly hair contained by colorful butterfly clips, wearing mismatched polka dot and striped socks with her yellow rain boots. "Just one, Lily. We talked about too much sugar before school, remember?" The deep voice belonged to a tall man with kind eyes and a tired smile, the kind of smile that suggested he hadn't had a full night's sleep in years. Eliza couldn't help but smile at their interaction, and the little girl caught her eye. "Your necklace is pretty," Lily said, pointing to the small silver pendant Eliza wore. "Thank you," Eliza replied, surprised by the compliment. "My mommy had pretty necklaces too, but she's in heaven now," Lily continued matter-of-factly. "Daddy keeps them in a special box for when I'm older." Eliza's heart caught in her throat as she glanced at the father, who looked momentarily stricken before composing himself. "I'm sorry, she's very..." he began. "Honest," Eliza finished for him. "It's refreshing, actually." The man smiled, a genuine smile this time that reached his eyes. "I'm Noah, by the way. And this chatterbox is Lily. I'm Eliza. It's nice to meet you both." When her coffee order was called, Eliza waved goodbye and rushed out, already running late. She didn't expect to see them again, but the next morning, there they were, Noah looking more put together, Lily with a different combination of mismatched socks. "Eliza!" Lily called out excitedly, as though they were old friends. "Daddy, it's the pretty lady from yesterday." Noah's cheeks reddened. "Lily," inside voice, "remember? But you said she was pretty when she smiled," Lily insisted, causing Noah's blush to deepen. That was the moment, standing in a crowded coffee shop with rain tapping against the windows, that something shifted in Eliza's carefully structured world. Their morning coffee shop encounters became a routine. Eliza learned that Noah was an architect who worked from home most days to accommodate Lily's schedule. He'd been a widower for 2 years after his wife died from complications during what was supposed to be a routine surgery. Lily was in first grade and loved butterflies, the color yellow, and making up songs about everything she saw. Eliza found herself looking forward to those brief morning interactions, even adjusting her schedule to ensure she'd be at the coffee shop during their usual time. She told herself it was because Lily's enthusiasm for life was contagious, not because Noah's smile made her heart beat a little faster. "You should come to my dance recital," Lily announced one morning, handing Eliza a slightly crumpled flyer. "I'm going to be a butterfly." "Oh, I don't want to intrude on your family time," Eliza said hesitantly, looking at Noah. "You wouldn't be," he assured her. "Lily would love to have you there." "And so would I," he added softly. Against her better judgment, Eliza went to the recital. She sat next to Noah in the school auditorium, acutely aware of how domestic it felt, how easily she could imagine this becoming a regular part of her life. When Lily came on stage in her butterfly costume, wings slightly askew, and performed with such earnest concentration, Eliza found herself blinking back unexpected tears. "Are you crying?" Noah whispered, amusement in his voice. "Absolutely not," Eliza whispered back, discreetly wiping her eyes. "I just have glitter in my eye. This place is covered in it." Noah laughed softly, his hand briefly touching hers on the armrest they shared. The contact lasted only seconds, but it sent a current through Eliza that both thrilled and terrified her. After the recital, Lily insisted Eliza join them for ice cream. One ice cream outing led to an invitation to Sunday brunch, which led to movie nights and park outings. Before Eliza realized what was happening, she had become a regular fixture in their lives. But it wasn't simple. Eliza's carefully constructed independence felt threatened. Each time Noah called to cancel plans because Lily was sick, or when their conversations were interrupted by Lily's needs, Eliza was reminded of why she'd avoided relationships with single parents. Her career was demanding, requiring late nights and occasional weekend work. How could she possibly fit into a life that revolved around school schedules and chicken nugget preferences? The breaking point came 3 months into their undefined relationship. Eliza had been offered a promotion that would require extensive travel, the opportunity she'd been working toward for years. When she told Noah over dinner at her apartment after Lily had fallen asleep on her couch, his face showed genuine happiness for her, but she could see the question in his eyes: where would this leave them? "This is amazing, Eliza. You deserve it," he said sincerely. "But it changes things, doesn't it?" she asked quietly. Noah was silent for a moment. "It doesn't have to. We can make it work if we want to. Can we?" "Noah, I've been kidding myself. I'm not cut out for this. I watch you with Lily, you're an amazing father. Your life revolves around her, as it should. But I'm not ready for that responsibility. I never planned for it. I'm not asking you to become her mother, Eliza. Aren't you, though? Maybe not intentionally, but that's where this road leads. And what happens when I disappoint her? When I miss important events because I'm in another city? When I don't know how to handle the tough parenting moments?" The hurt in Noah's eyes made her chest ache, but she pushed on. "I care about you both too much to do this halfway." Noah left with a sleeping Lily in his arms, and Eliza convinced herself she'd made the right decision. She threw herself into preparing for her new role, ignoring the coffee shop entirely and finding a new morning routine that didn't include butterfly clips and mismatched socks. 2 weeks later, on a Saturday afternoon when Eliza was working from home, there was a knock at her door. She opened it to find Lily standing there, holding her father's hand. "We brought you something," Lily announced, holding out a clumsily wrapped package. Lily insisted, Noah explained, looking uncertain. "I hope it's okay that we came by." Eliza invited them in, and Lily immediately pressed the package into her hands. Inside was a handmade butterfly mobile, with colorful paper butterflies dangling from strings. "It's for your new office," Lily explained seriously. "So when you're far away, you can remember us." Eliza looked from the mobile to Lily's hopeful face to Noah's guarded expression, and something inside her broke open. All her carefully constructed arguments about why this couldn't work suddenly seemed hollow compared to the reality standing before her. "I was wrong," she said quietly to Noah while Lily explored the apartment. "I've been so focused on what I might have to give up that I didn't see what I was gaining." "Which is?" Noah asked cautiously. "A chance to love someone braver than I am," she replied, looking at Lily. "And her father, who somehow balances it all with grace I didn't think was possible." That evening, the three of them had dinner together, and when Lily asked if Eliza would still come to her school play even though she'd be traveling for work, Eliza made her a solemn promise. "I might miss some things, Lily, but I will always find my way back. And when I can't be there in person, we'll find a way for me to watch, even if Daddy has to hold up a phone the entire time." 6 months later, Eliza kept that promise, watching Lily's school play via video call from a hotel room in Chicago, her promotion having taken her exactly where she'd hoped professionally. But now, she had something to come home to, a little girl who saved her artwork to show Eliza upon her return, and a man who understood her ambition because he had his own. It wasn't perfect. There were missed bedtimes and occasional resentments, logistical challenges and emotional adjustments. But there were also movie nights cuddled on the couch, Sunday morning pancakes, and the joy of watching Lily grow more confident and creative each day. 1 year to the day after they met, Noah proposed in the coffee shop where it all began, with Lily holding a sign that read, "Will you be part of our family officially?" Eliza said yes through tears, realizing that sometimes the life you plan isn't nearly as beautiful as the one that finds you instead. And that's the funny thing about love, Eliza would later tell friends. I had built such strong walls to protect my independence, never realizing that the right kind of love doesn't diminish you, it expands your world in ways you never imagined possible. As for me, this story reminds me of how my own sister found love when she least expected it, not with a single dad, but with someone who challenged all her preconceptions about what her life would look like. The best love stories often begin when we're busy making other plans. If this story touched your heart, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support means the world and helps us continue sharing stories that remind us all that love finds a way, even through our most carefully constructed defenses.